Well, countries are continuing to evacuate their citizens from the war-torn region. Australia is the latest to do so. Meanwhile, survivors continue to recount the horrors that have been seen. The horrors are unprecedented in any war, perhaps so far. They talk of taped killings, of hostages who are beaten and bloodied, and more. Take a listen.
Sirens blared, rockets launched. As hundreds fled for cover, little did the Music Fest goers know how the fest would turn into a graveyard. On 7th of October, fest attendees were abducted, assaulted and butchered. Over 250 massacred in Music Festival and several were held as captives by the Hamas group. Here the Music Fest survivor narrates the horror.
5 motorcycles with 10 terrorists surrounded the bus station for approximately 5 to 7 minutes, shooting at fleeing cars that are leaving the festival and taking position there. And the only thing they didn't do is enter the bunker to check if anybody is inside. And we heard them speak Arabic outside, and we heard them shoot all the time. And we were afraid to death, and we were also giving each other signs that if somebody comes in, we need to do something.
Narrating the horror, the survivors spoke about taking shelter from massive rocket barrage and how the Hamas group came armed on motorcycles while rockets were being launched.
There's this motorcycle with the shooter and cars trying to flee, and he's shooting at the cars. And he didn't see me, and I immediately identified him, and I went with my car towards him, planning to hit him, kick downing my engine, and I knew it's either I hit him or I die, or other people die, or somebody will die if I don't manage to hit him. And we managed.
The survivor says the attack that has devastated Israel and pushed the country into war has fundamentally changed him. The survivor's testament would echo among hundreds of thousands of Israelis who have borne the brunt of Hamas butchery.
I was always a liberal Israeli person living in the bubble of Tel Aviv, all good, let's live all together, let's give them the land. Our soldiers don't need to be there to watch them. But we gave them Gaza. And we did, in my opinion today, a big mistake, because if we would have held on Gaza, this wouldn't have happened yesterday. And they wouldn't have rockets shooting at Tel Aviv.
At least 250 fest attendees were ambushed, while several others were assaulted, tortured and held captive. A music festival which no one thought would turn into a graveyard. Agency report, Republic TV.